Yeah.
Take one!
What's going on, everybody? Back here at you with another episode of Antics Garage. Today we've got a pretty fun episode. We're doing an American Racing exhaust system and Borla Atak headers on this C6 Corvette. So American Racing headers and as well as cats, midpipe, and all that. Finishing it off with Borla Atak mufflers. It's going to sound really cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into this car. Right now, this thing is bone stock. It's quiet as a church mouse. You can't even really hear it running. After we put the American Racing headers on there and the mid-pipes, put the Borla Atak exhaust on it, this thing is going to wake up your neighbors.
Alrighty, everyone. So getting started on this exhaust here, we've got to get all this factory stuff out. So starting back here, bolts up there, 13 millimeter, I think they are, for these mufflers here. We've also got these connectors here that are holding those on. Same as on a C5, 2 bolts here. And 2 more, oh, actually not the same as a C5, just 2 bolts here. And then we've got the flanges there. And then you can see our downstream O2 sensor right there. And then our upstream one, we're actually not going to remove that first. We're going to take the header out first. You see that cable sticking out way up there. That is your upstream O2 sensor. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff off so we can drop this exhaust. And then we'll get ready for our American Racing headers, mid-pipe, and our awesome Borla Atak mufflers. Alrighty, everyone, you can see, I did forget to mention, you do have to drop the sway bar when you do this or else you can't get the mufflers out. Hard at work though. Now we're gonna go ahead and unplug these aft O2 sensors. Again, there's one more set of them way up in there. We're not worrying about those. But we're gonna disconnect these O2s from the loom, and then we're gonna go ahead and drop these converters with those 2 15 bolts right there. There's one on either side. And then the O2 is going to fall out with the converter. Then we'll be good to start getting the manifolds out. Bill, I see you're going at our new header gaskets with a cutter there. What are you doing there?
It's actually an old school hot rodder trick when you're changing the exhaust manifold gaskets. Sometimes you don't want to take all the bolts back off again. Obviously, you got to try to balance the header. Well, this is a little trick that I learned years ago. When you put the headers back on, you're always trying to get the bolts and the gasket to line up. Do yourself a favor, and you just put a little notch in it like that, and it'll slide over the bolt. So once you put the header in, put the back bolt in, put the front bolt in, so that way it holds your header in place. Take your gasket and then slide it between the cylinder head block and the inside of the exhaust manifold of your header, and it'll slide in, drop in, and then you don't got to try to balance the gasket and the header at the same time.
But you can see here we made pretty quick work of taking those manifolds out. Super easy, pretty straightforward on these cars. So we're getting our gaskets prepped, and then we're going to be good to start going in with our new American Racing jet hot coated headers. We're ready to put our header in here. You see we got the bubble wrap set up, and the reason for that is so we don't scratch this header when we put it in the jet hot coating. We don't want to mess that up. So Bill, why don't you go ahead and slide her on in there.
Once in a while you get lucky and the car wants to get work done.
Yeah, sometimes these headers can be a real pain to fit, But these ones, at least on that side, are going in nicely, and I think we've got some pretty good room on this side. So
Yeah, now we just got to unwrap the other one and up it goes.
Alrighty, everyone, quick progress report. So we got these headers all bolted up. The O2s we don't have connected just quite yet. We usually do that last, but now we're going to get ready. Going to get our mid pipe in here, and then the other two pipes are just sitting over there that go to here. Then we'll be hanging these mufflers up. Never ends. Chugging along here, great progress we were making. Went to put these two pipes in. This hanger, see, this is how they mount here. You've got these little springs with some nuts and bolts on them. You can see that's how it should be, this one on the left. This one on the right, that tab is not in the right spot and upside down. These two pipes are identical. So we're thinking they put it together at 4:30 p.m. on a Friday, not sure. But so we're thinking we might need to zip this tab off, flip it over, because it's definitely not supposed to be that way. So we'll figure it out and get back to you.
Ralph didn't want to miss beer time.
Yeah. No big deal for us. Went ahead, cut this off, so now we're gonna go ahead, line them up, make sure they're all good, put a bead on there, and we should be all set. Saga continues. This pipe here that Bill's messing with, you can see on this side, it's a little hard to see way up there, See how that pipe is straight with the frame there? Well, this one, you can kind of see it's difficult to tell, but it's bent like this. So we can't get this muffler on. It won't go on straight. And when you do get it on, I'm sure you noticed in the video, it's cockeyed like in the middle. There's no way it's gonna sit where it's supposed to with how that pipe is bent. So we're gonna have to heat this up and try to straighten it this way. So we'll keep this here because that's a good bend, but you see the difference here. From here to here, it's gotta be bent out. So that way it's straight with this frame just on the other side, and then this muffler will fit properly along with the other one.
A little more.
It's definitely moving.
Did it move a little bit?
Oh, it's moving.
A little more. Keep pressure on it.
Yep.
More. Directly to the right. until I put them on. It's my first day on the job, sir.
The problem is that the muster is right in front of the hanging room. And so it's hard to get the bolt in here. Where's the bolt? You got it?
Well, Charlie says we can make it fit. We're gonna make it fit. It's still loose. Go ahead. A little more. All right. Tighten more. Do it right there.
Frame.
Right here.
Right back up in there.
Yeah, the right side is a little higher than the left,
Yeah.
as far as the assembly being up.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pull down on that right side? It's still high.
That's better.
That far left one's got to come out. Alrighty, y'all, just about done here. So we've got our O2s hooked up. You can see pipes are nice and even with the challenges that we faced. This pipe was incorrect, and this pipe from Borla needed to be rebent. So, you know, given the circumstances, I say that's pretty darn good. And we take our Corvettes very seriously. The tips on these Corvettes, take them very seriously, trying to make them as even as possible. That's probably about as good as we'll get them, but we think that looks pretty darn good given the circumstances. So just about done here. Gonna fire this thing up and let you guys hear it. Alrighty everyone, you can see the exhaust install on this C6 is done. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate all your support. Please remember, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.